Hello and welcome to Fallout 4 Episode 3, Take 2. I am now going to show you some footage from my previous attempt to record this, in which I explain what my objectives are for the next couple of videos, and also show you what went horribly wrong. Hello and welcome to Part 3 of Fallout 4. It is October 25th, 2287. I have killed 14 people and 16 animals, and 29 creatures, which are somehow different from animals. Don't ask. I have performed 2 backstabs, which is fascinating to me, given that I can't honestly say that I remember performing a single backstab, although I suppose that's just a sneak attack from the rear. Alright, very well. Now, next bit of business. In neither of the previous 2 episodes did we think to pick up the Your Special book that's hiding under Sean's cabinet dresser. It says right there. It says dresser right there, and I'm just a complete
If there's a use to that, I'll eat my hat.
Codsworth, are you serious? Of course there's a use to that. That has wood and nuclear material. Do you have any idea how useful nuclear material can be in a post-apocalyptic wasteland? Oh, okay, yeah, neither do I. Here's a question. I've spent 2 episodes now complaining about the lack of people coming through and looting stuff. You may recall, this is my house. At the beginning of this video series, I was over here looking at a pair of army fatigues and reminiscing about how war never changes. Those are gone. The radio that was... Wait a minute, this is not... I am convinced that I had a long table here in front of this window. Someone came into my house and rearranged a bunch of my stuff, and I'm very confused about all of this. What was I saying? I was saying that there's a special book under the desk here, and we need to take a look and see what we want to do, and the answer to what we want to do is fairly obvious. We want to get local leader, which means we need to put this extra special point in charisma. So, there it is. There that is. Wonderful. We're now even more charming and telegenic despite the massive facial scars that we have from our brain damage. And the objective for this video, and probably the next couple, is to start forging our way down here south of Abernathy Farm. There's another colony down here that would be nice to grab. Vaults, whatever it is in this area. And then, of course, Boston Center, Diamond City, is over here. So, we're going to start forging our path down this way and establishing supply chains, hopefully, as we go, as we level up. That's what the local leader upgrade for grabbing this extra thing for charisma was. So on our next level up, we'll be able to snag this. Like good little hunter-gatherers, we are up before dawn. Not that vampirism is a thing in this game, but this does have me wondering exactly what time the sun comes up in the Commonwealth. And we'll just go climb a little hill right here, and yeah, sun would come up over there. It's already after 6 a.m.
Rather than subject you to 30 minutes of life that end in failure and death, I will give you the edited highlights. First, I went back to Abernathy Farm and got all my stuff. Since I would subsequently die, I would forget to do this on a subsequent run. Then, I built a radio beacon. Since we're trying to make Abernathy Farm the functional first colony, we also built some defenses and then started working on the water problem. The smart thing would have been to run someone up to Sanctuary Hills, but I had to be dumb. Next, I encountered an absolute freak of nature.
Since I'm going to Diamond City, and since I found nothing of value in Concord, because there was nothing of value in Concord, it occurs to me that I do need some way of
This should be fun.
What on earth are you... That guy's... Okay. I don't understand how you're sliding around there, but whatever. Oh, look. Ammo.
I bagged myself some lunch, eventually, and stumbled across the ghouls right outside Gorski Cabin, which is convenient because that's where I was headed to get the map to Diamond City that's there. Unfortunately for me, this was the only life where I remembered to pick up the hot plate sitting outside Gorski Cabin.
One big mess after the next.
You know, Codsworth, when I'm sneaking, it implies that you need to be quiet.
We found Mr. Gorski, a nice old gentleman from before the war, but he didn't take too kindly to our presence, so we had to kill him. Codsworth helped. Although Gorski himself never touched us, we did pick up the fatigue illness at this point. I decided that the smart play was to return to Abernathy Farm with my loot and continue to improve that in case I had to spend a couple of days in the sickbed. In the meantime, I also found another one of those does that I had failed to shoot earlier. Upon my return to Abernathy Farm, I found that I did not have the concrete I needed to build a water pump. So I went back to Sanctuary Hills to pick up some of the concrete that I had there. Truly, I could have made my life less complicated if I had bothered with a shopping list, because this is my third trip back to Sanctuary Hills for supplies.
While we're here, we may as well scrap all this.
I got the concrete, but didn't get very far before turning back.
Probably should have grabbed any and all purified water that's in there as well.
Purified water in hand, I made a second attempt to leave town, only to realize I'd forgotten something else.
Son of a gun. Literally, in this case, since I was going to get my pipe sniper rifle because I'm probably going to want it.
Or so I thought.
Except it's not here. It's in the other place. It's in the other place, you absolute moron. Alright.
I decided to make the best of a dumb mistake by getting more stuff.
Something to think about. Codsworth is politely telling me that I've reached the weight cap, so...
On the way back, I continued to profess ignorance as to how diseases work in this game, so maybe it's not that bad that this life ended in failure.
Require constant sleep is going to be a small bit of bother, and it might actually behoove us to try to just sleep that off.
I also experienced a rare moment of self-reflection.
I'm not sure that I can sleep that off.
And even more impressively, I came up with a contingency plan.
If we can't sleep it off, we're going to need to press into Covenant, because there's a doctor there. Which means abandoning my go south along this map border plan, but I'm a flexible person.
Having wasted the entire morning, I returned to Abernathy Farm to build the water pump at last.
This requires 4 power. Hold up. I had a thought here. That requires 1 power, this only generates 3. Okay, never mind. It was a thought. Because having the water pump would automate... You know what? Actually, we're going to do that. We're gonna wait until we get enough rubber and copper to automate a water pump.
Having wasted the morning gathering supplies for a project I abandoned, I set off into the wilderness to continue to waste my life. I was blissfully ignorant of just how little there was left to waste.
Well.
That's my line here.
I stumbled across a pair of philosophers discussing the single most pressing question of the 23rd century.
Does that mean a loaf of bread is technically a bread sandwich?
I also looted some of their supplies, which they didn't seem to mind in the slightest. I committed further cruelty to dogs and found some raiders on the bridge outside Sunshine Tidings.
Raider, farmer, raider scum. Okay. Hey. How are you?
You saved our lives. Thank you.
Hello, Garrus.
My joy at being reunited with Space Bird Boyfriend was short-lived because no matter what I did, he refused to join my fledgling colony at Abernathy Farm.
Hey, thanks, stranger. That's more than most would have done.
Yeah. But I need you to go to my settlement.
I liberated some things from some freshly made corpses whose owners would no longer be needing them, ate my last meal, and arrived at the location of my death. I would like to tell you that the tale of my demise was a heroic saga of daring do against insurmountable odds, but reality is far more mundane. On the morning of October 25th, I awoke in Sanctuary Hills from a nightmare in which I had forgotten my shopping list and then blown myself up. Surely this life would be more productive.
Hello and welcome to Fallout 4 Episode 3, Take 2.
But you've seen that part already. The first thing that I would do, naturally, is repeat the mistake that got me killed, only this time in a controlled setting.
In fact, before we do anything, it might behoove me... If I stand right here... Okay.
My arm!
Lovely. Now I'm crippled. So, what I'm going to do right now, is reload the save from just a second ago. But I now have a somewhat better understanding of how not to throw Molotov cocktails, and this will come in handy.
On the morning of February 2nd, I awoke in Sanctuary Hills. As in my previous life, I spent the Your Special Book point on charisma. I then continued to think on my past mistakes by considering what materials I would need to build the recruitment radio beacon at the settlement that had fewer materials before I left the settlement that had more materials.
So we're going to start off by redoing what we did in the previous life, which is we're going to go over to Abernathy Farm and construct a beacon and start sending settlers to Abernathy Farm. However, we're going to make a critical difference. The first settler that we get is not going to be a guard for Abernathy Farm. The first settler that we get is going to go on supply runs. Now, in order to do that, of course, we will need to level up again, because we did that in the previous save, in the previous life, but then we died. And so we reverted to back hither. You know, I've been thinking. I go on and on and on about realism and the appalling lack of it in certain aspects of this game, including but not limited to the time frame and the whole inability of things to settle properly on the floor. Well, I had a thinking, and that thinking is I should probably put the radio beacon at a higher point. So that's what I've gone and did. Now, to build a proper generator, I would need more copper, which I don't believe that I have at the other place. No worries, we can do that later. So, generator number 1 is here. We're going to go ahead and move you to this side to prevent your wire from clipping through stuff, at least clipping through stuff that I can see, and that's what I care about.
Don't forget to stay hydrated.
Calm down, Codsworth. He does actually have a point, which is that I do need to stay hydrated. So, inventory. Son of a gun.
All of my food and water is still in the Abernathy Farm container, where I left it back in episode 2, so free up backpack space so that I could haul supplies over from Sanctuary Hills.
We'll just press on here. So the sniper rifle is actually going to be our go-to weapon now, which is fine. And if we get the opportunity to replace that with a pistol grip, we will, simply because that will lower the weight and the AP cost. Now, we have to go somewhere and rack up some experience so that we can get the supply chain from Abernathy Farm to Sanctuary Hills up and running. Jolly good. And here are our victims. Alright. That's all that taken care of. They're down in a radioactive pit. I don't particularly want to go in there. So, bourbons, gourds, dirty water. I'm not at all sure that we can do anything about that. More whiskey. Yes, please. Oh, crap on a stick. Right. This didn't happen last time.
Appreciative though I was to get a first-hand look at how the game handles randomness, this was no time for contemplation.
Sleep the pain away, sleep the pain away. Sleep owned. Oh. Okay. Hang on, I can fix this. I can fix this. It's not a problem. So, lovely. Okay, outsleep the storm.
I was pleased to discover that the Abernathy's pet cat had survived the radiation storm. I was even more pleased to discover that breakfast was right around the corner.
Hi. Howard. Well done, Codsworth. Okay.
Pick anything good?
Yeah, we got some more food, actually.
I made breakfast and contemplated on how, even though I had already attracted another settler to this settlement, I had not unlocked the local leader perk that would allow me to send a supply line back to Sanctuary Hills. I found second breakfast waiting for me at the base of the radio tower and had slightly more luck in procuring it.
Nice. There we go.
Fine then.
There's some food for us. Great. So again, the basic play here is we want to get into Gorski Cabin, because it has some decent salvaging stuff, as well as the location of Diamond City, since we don't have that yet. Normally, you would pick that up in Concord. Bayonet you!
My second field experiment with Molotov cocktails was more successful than the first in that I did not kill myself. It was, however, not successful in the sense that it killed anything else.
This is why we just don't play around with explosives, okay? It's generally a bad idea.
I performed a no-knock raid on the local ghoul and duly confiscated all of his earthly belongings, but failed to notice the hot plate on his nightstand this time. Down below, I helped myself to Old Man Gorski's weapon workbench, as I would shortly be relieving him of his worldly possessions as well. My first modified gun is a lot like my first car. I would love it and treasure it until a better one came along, and in the meantime I would give it a name.
And we're going to rename this as Baby's First Pipe Gun, because this is a weapon that may or may not carry us through the game.
It would not, in the sense that I would shortly die. This save file would be deleted, and the gun would cease to exist. It would, in the sense that its twin brother, which would bear its name, would be created in the next life. This one, this soon-to-be aborted ghost, acquitted itself well against Old Man Gorski.
Okay. Well done, Codsworth, my faithful companion and meat shield.
I had not leveled up, but at least this time I did not have a disease. What I did have was a bottle cap mine and a route to Diamond City that did not involve talking to the Archduke of Blandness or a coked-out grandma.
If I may, sir, something about this place looks a tad unsafe.
Codsworth, we've already been through it. There's a billion ghouls here. Please pay attention.
In a fit of hubris, I failed to note that there is a perfectly good cot in which to save on the ground floor of Old Man Gorski's little cottage. This would cost me dearly.
I have noticed in the videos that I've been editing so far for this game that I'm making myself kind of motion sick by spinning the camera around a lot, so I'm trying not to do that while I walk. If I get ambushed, it's your fault. I heard gunfire. Oh, yes, okay, hello.
South of Gorski Cabin, I killed a raider and his dog while Codsworth burned his house down. I looted a very special toy off his husband's corpse.
Glow-sighted pipe pistol, that's what I want to see.
I returned to the workbench beneath Gorski Cabin with the intention of replacing my scope of tunnel vision with something a bit more practical from the weapon that I had just looted.
Whoa, we can replace this with a lot of things.
The nuclear material from Gorski's workbench provided a more compelling option.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. I think I would prefer to have the glow reflex sight on here, so we're just going to go into Baby's First Pipe Gun and replace the scope with a glow reflex sight. That's great. That's great. It is now a radioactive pipe pistol, but that's all right.
Emboldened by my engineering acumen, I searched for other ways in which I might enhance Baby's First Pipe Gun.
We could get this if we found 3 screws. My guess is we can find 3 screws.
It was a simple plan, but in its execution, it met that most formidable of obstacles: my short attention span.
I'm getting another bad idea, and that bad idea is this. There are gunners this way, and if we were able to take, say, a laser rifle from them, we would be set indeed.
Before I could embark on my suicide mission, I first had to sort out the inventory, keeping in mind the fact that I had already died once.
Left arm, raider, right arm. Okay, yes, because I got a raider right arm, and then I died. Speaking of getting things sorted the way that I want them, we have a serious problem here, which is that the sniper rifle is queued to the wrong slot, and that is going to get me killed at some point. I am just used to my sniper rifle being queued to weapon slot 6, so that's where it needs to be.
Hotkeys became the least of my problem when my tried and true method of applying a single bullet to my enemy's cranium failed to produce the desired effect.
Come out and face us, scallywag, if you dare.
They accepted the dare with a hail of automatic gunfire. I ran for my life.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I tried to play a game of sniper against a gunner and lost quite badly.
I didn't know that missed. Ow, 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 ow.
I retreated to the raider cottage where Codsworth found his big boy pants.
I have a buzzsaw with your name on it.
Having not learned my lesson about the quality of gunners' helmets, I attempted to try the same trick twice, this time with a critical. It was doomed to failure, because I fired the shot with baby's first pipe gun instead of my dedicated sniper rifle.
Or not. Damn.
Codsworth's big boy pants were no match for automatic gunfire, and I Bolivian armied my way out of that life.
And I'm dead again. Yep. And that's what I get for picking fights I can't even possibly begin to win. Alright, not a problem.
At 8 in the morning on October 25th, I awoke at Abernathy Farm from a radstorm-induced nightmare of my own incompetence.
Yeah, I'm going to pretend that I didn't just spend about 20 minutes going off and getting myself killed again. This is still only the second life of this video. Shush.
This time, things would be different. This time, I would do things correctly.
Right. We're going to come down here. We're going to put the sniper rifle on slot 6. We are going to blow a mutated radstag's head off. Hold still. Hold still.
Breakfast was delayed, but not denied.
Never leave a task unfinished. Nothing like a little
Okay.
stop to get the oil flowing, eh?
One of them's dead. Now we have some food. And now that one's dead.
Frustrated that I had only killed 2/3 of my breakfast, I decided on a less than subtle approach to dealing with the ghouls outside Gorski cabin.
Alright. You are not dead. Codsworth, that's a grenade.
Codsworth, pyromaniac that he is, did not mind getting set on fire.
I was just getting warmed up.
The last ghoul died in his sleep. I neglected to build baby's first pipe gun before dealing with old man Gorski, but he went down all the same.
Everyone's still alive.
Well done, Codsworth. Take the rat axe. Come in here. Grab all of these things, but particularly the duct tape and the nuke stuff and the oil stuff and the bottle cap mine and the wasteland survival guide. We're done in here.
One of the items that I just mentioned will not play a pivotal role in the climax of this episode.
Come back up here and mod this sniper rifle.
With the avenging ghost of baby's first pipe gun in my possession, I returned to the surface and took a nap.
Sir, do proceed carefully here. I find this place unsettling.
Yes, Codsworth, I've died here. Well, not here per se, but close by.
Theoretically humbled by my previous brushes with death, I pressed on, only for lightning to strike twice. Literal lightning. Radioactive lightning.
Are you serious right now? Okay, fine. Fine. That's a radstorm. Excuse me.
Observant viewers will note that that is the second time I got stuck on that log. Who says I learned from my mistakes?
Yeah, this is definitely a radstorm. Alright, we're just gonna jump in here. We're actually gonna have a sleep on the dirty mattress. That's 2 radstorms in one day, game. Come on, cut it out.
I was hungry, I was thirsty, I had died twice. The screws, which I had come out here in the first place to find, were forgotten. I was on a mission.
I want to kill a gunner and take some of their stuff.
First, a demonstration of my prodigious luck stat.
Oh. Alright, that's last Molotov, because I pushed the wrong button. But I did just kill someone. Hi. Thank you.
The raiders defeated, I took over their home and examined their inventory.
You don't have a frickin' raider right arm this time. Do you know how annoying that is?
Then I made a fateful decision. The most fateful decision I could ever decide.
And there's nothing of interest in here except a mattress. So we're going to go ahead and
I had the last sleep of my life.
bang down an autosave there.
Just south of the cabin, I found 2 corpses. 2 corpses that, just now, watching this playback, I realized I did not search on the life that I actually lived. Damn it all. Then, in record time, I made the decision that got me killed.
Alright, do we want to try to tangle with the gunners again? The answer should be no, but it is yes.
Please observe how I have 0 bullets in the chamber. I did not. Nor did I remember this in my next life.
It works better when there are bullets in it. Okay.
sir. I do believe something is stalking us.
Okay, he doesn't know what's going on.
Oh well. Carry on.
There's
What's all
3 of
this,
them.
then?
Codsworth, we need to go. We need to go. Move, move, move. Remember when I said I had a cunning plan? I didn't. Codsworth, what are you doing? Codsworth, why are you not with me? I forgot the most crucial part of my cunning plan. Oh, there they are. Okay.
It was at this point, watching Codsworth fail to walk a straight line, that I realized I had failed to set the bottle cap that I had planned to set earlier.
Hi, Codsworth. How are you doing? Shush. Shush, shush, shush.
I'm fine.
Flushed out of cover, I retreated further from the cabin. This was an error. Continuing to learn from my past mistakes, this time when I banked a critical, I spent it on the sniper rifle. It took a couple of tries because that thing is an AP hog.
What? Oh, I need to refill my AP. There, hold up. My AP. Nope, not yet.
Codsworth leapt to the rescue. I presto blasto the gunner
Get him.
and leveled up.
Okay.
It would not last.
Ooh, he has a nice gun, too. He needs to just get the other guy.
I would not get the other guy, because it was at this point that a spiteful bitch named Mother Nature decided to interfere.
There's a fly over here. There's a fly behind me. That's not good. Where are you?
My attempt to knife the gunner proved fruitless, and my character voided his bowels in death once again.
Okay. Alright. I stumbled into a boat fly. Not a problem.
This was my last death of this video, so I will stop narrating now. Thank you for listening, and may the 4th be with you.
Okay. Alright, we're back here. I have a cunning plan. And that plan is this. We picked up that bottle cap mine. Remember that? So the question is, how close to these people can we get before they detect us? And then how do we funnel them back towards the mine? In fact, here, hang on a second. Because we're probably going to end up coming back this way. So where were those flies that made mincemeat of us last time? Yes, yes, we are underleveled for this. Why do you ask? It's the challenge of the thing. Yes, here are the flies. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. We leveled. That's great. Grab some bullet fly meat. I really, really want to get one of these gunners. So, pistol damage being available, and me having a decent pistol, we're going to go ahead and grab this. It is going to delay that whole supply line thing, but that is unavoidable. I must have gunner gear. And what we're going to do... we're going to drop the bottle cap mine right there. That's phase 1 of the plan. Now, what we need to do is keep them on a straight line between us and the mine, while still giving us at least a little bit of cover. So, yeah. Alright, this should be good. And I see him. I think we made that mistake last time too.
Sir, something's afoot. Perhaps I should clean out the old sensor again. What's all this then?
Got one. Okay. Nobody triggered the mine. I think that caution is the Yeah, I think that's the turret up there. Alright. So,
Pickings?
do I want a 10 mil auto? No, but I can sell it. We're hidden again, okay. There is definitely a second corpse around here somewhere. And I'm not leaving until I loot it, given the incredible amount of effort it took me to create that corpse. Ah, here we go. Okay. You had a hardened sniper rifle. Oh, isn't that lovely? Here's a raider that we didn't bother to... Oh, there's the raider with the raider right arm. Great, wonderful. Okay. Pop asleep here. Auto save. Okay. Having done that, I want to see if I can actually go disarm my bottle cap mine or not. Or if it's just going to blow me up. Oh, okay. Ah! Codsworth.
Hey.
Codsworth, my dear fellow. There you go. Goodness. That's the day whizzing by. Which is impressive given all the nonsense that happened. We should sort out our new stuff. So, yeah, that we're almost out of 45, so we are just going to maybe just drop that gun. Hardened sniper rifle. We don't actually have a lot of 308 either, but 46 versus what was this? 24. Oh, yes, please and thank you. I have a good gun now. Okay, that's going over there. Now we have this. I'm having a bad thought. I'm having a really bad thought, which is maybe, just maybe, we want to go clear out this mess up here. And we have that Raider arm piece, by the way. Raider right arm, there we go. Okay. So the obvious question is, how many shots with this thing does it take to kill that? And then the next question is, how much more is up there? And the answer is probably more. We shouldn't be going up there, right? I mean, we are obviously under-equipped for that. Yeah, okay. You know what? No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because it's absolutely insane. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to Sunshine Tidings, and we're going to clear that out, and we're probably going to call it there once we've done that. And Sunshine Tidings is somewhere over here on the other side of this lake, so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to follow this road around. Hopefully we'll have some more raiders to kill. We're going to drink some water because we should do that, assuming we have... Oh, okay, yes we do. I am now properly hydrated. Great. Okay, this is the bridge to Sunshine Tidings. Get out the sniper rifle in case there are raiders. That is a... These are not raiders. Whatever's going on here, it's not a raider problem, so that's cool. Aloha.
Hey.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
Uh-huh. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
I don't know what a ghoul is. I'm freaked out by seeing this.
Well, hello there.
Another problem with this setting. Okay, we don't need any of that. Although there are corpses here if we wanted or needed to loot them for some reason. Alright. All we have to do is not die in this section, and we've had a marginally successful day. So we're just going to do a little sweep here. Are you dead? You're dead. Okay. I just...
You see, sir? Beauty does still exist in this world.
He says as we come across the other Mr. Handy here. You gotta love it. Alright. You are...
Picking up hostile life signs. Jolly good show. Shall we seek cover, sir? I feel rather exposed.
You feel exposed, Codsworth? I mean, that other Mr. Handy's, naked. Are you dead? Well, you're dead now. Oh, and there are beds here, which is great. because it means that once we've got this last thing, we can just have a sleep. You're dead? Really? Thought for sure you were one of the not so dead ones, but okay. Alright. Finally back to this point.
Mr. Trendiak, this silence is a bit upsetting.
Alright. Razor grain. Yes, please. Pipe, revolver, pistol. I don't... Oh! That's the pistol grip for the pipe revival rifle that I have. I'll take that. So I can use that. Military grade duct tape. Yes, please. Wasteland survival guide. Extra meat from animal kills. That's going to be very important. Alright. Rad-X. Boiled leather right leg. Let's grab that. Okay, we got a glow-sighted pipe action bolt pistol, which takes 308, but we've already got something better that has 308. And another heavy pipe bolt action pistol. But again, I think I've got something better for the 308 ammo that I've got, so we'll just hold on to those. Okay. Army fatigues. What's this now? Strength and agility. You know, it kind of has my attention, actually. I was in the military. Well, my character was. Anyway. Yes! We're looking spiffy now. Seriously. Okay, and now that's 2 rad roach meat. So my hunger problem should be solved now, which is great. There's a desk fan in here. There's Rad-X in here. Oh, this is glorious. Radaway, stim packs, surgical straight bones. Oh, this is a mother load of
Quiet enough to hear the old gears.
All right. Last room. There are some ghouls hiding under the table. All right. Bottle cap, lighter, coffee cup. Lovely. All right. So that should be it for this. Military fatigues, which are better somehow? Wait a minute. Military fatigues are damage resistance, electricity 5, and agility 2, but no strength. You know what? I'm sure that's fine. Ah, lovely. Alright. Question, do we have enough power stuff here for a generator? No, of course not. You need rubber and copper. We don't have that. And for this thing, you would need all sorts of things that we don't have. Alright. All well and good. Let's dump all of our junk in here. Codsworth. Hey. Codsworth.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to take all of your junk, and that's going to overburden me, but that's alright. That's quite alright. Creak, and transfer junk. There we go. Okay. Army fatigues can stay here. 10 mil auto pistol can stay here. Don't understand why the folders and fashion magazines don't count as junk, but whatever. Okay, we should actually just go back to the other place. But first, we are going to have... This is not the room with the beds. Hang on. First, we're going to go back to the Abernathy farm after we have a wee bit of a sleep. So Abernathy farm has been cleared of hostiles. We left some stuff in the junk drawer down there. I think I just said Abernathy farm was clear of hostiles. That was Sunshine Tidings. So, we got this whole gunner bridge up here that we absolutely want to cause problems with later. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm thinking I won't put a recruitment beacon at Sunshine Tidings. I'll just funnel settlers over there from the Abernathy farm as that settlement grows and expands. Not entirely sure where Abernathy farm is. Oh, I guess it's those lights up ahead. Okay. That's very good. I hear gunfire off over into that way direction, but it's not something that I need to concern myself with. Hello, and welcome back to Abernathy Farm. Now, how many extra people do we have here? Excellent! Excellent. Okay, we have a settler. Oh, son of a gun. Son of a gun. We haven't leveled up again. And we're actually still a long ways away from leveling up. Okay. Okay, in that case, the immediate thing to do is establish defenses here. Which is going to be in the form of guard posts. And our biggest problem is going to be the ghouls wandering up from over there. So we're going to put a guard post right here. And we're going to put a second guard post right here. And we're going to find one of those settlers. There are exactly 5 beds. You are now on guard duty, which is good. Defense 4, yes. Okay. We'll just get more wood, which we can do. Alright. I want to save all this area over here for construction, so we will put another guard post, say, right there. Alright. That should be the defense problem taken care of. Water. Water. I do not have the concrete to build a pump. Okay. I can sort that, but honestly, I would rather get ceramic and rubber and copper. I have the distinct feeling that I can obtain these things, but I would need another generator for that. So generator, no, that's not it. Power generators. We would need more copper to build one of those. Okay. We have an unassigned settler. Yes, we know, but that is something that's just going to have to keep for now. Brad Rose, yes. Brad Stag, yes. Iguana on a stick, yes. Muchas, yes. Alright. Made myself some food. So that's good. And definitely going to pop asleep and just wait for morning. Not the most magnificent episode ever, but we did accomplish a couple of things. Oh boy. We have so much still ahead of us. An entire world to conquer and subjugate to my will. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.